Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, and happy Yorkshire Day. Just thought I'd get that in. August the 1st is Yorkshire Day. Why? Don't know, just is. So we've got to celebrate everything Yorkshire. So we've got to eat Yorkshire puddings and eat Pontefract cakes and other things to do with Yorkshire. I don't know, but speak with the Yorkshire accent, so you got to say, hey up there, city, and stuff like that. To celebrate Yorkshire Day, we're going to talk about Battlestar Galactica, which has nothing to do with Yorkshire, except in an episode, Gaius Baltar, in the new Battlestar Galactica, spoke with a Yorkshire accent for a bit, didn't he? For some reason. It's supposed to be an Airelon accent. But anyway, so there we go, that's the Yorkshire connection. But we're going to talk about the Battlestar Galactica reboot that was supposed to be coming from Peacock, but apparently it's not anymore. So this is from Variety. Let's get the window up and we'll talk about that. There it is. So from Variety, says Joe Otterson, Battlestar Galactica reboot no longer in the works at Peacock. By the way, I've got to thank Win Grace for alerting me about this, because we covered a little bit of Battlestar Galactica last night on my live news stream. I think we're just Ronald Demo were just reminiscing about Battlestar Galactica, and it did mention the reboot from Sam Esmail that were coming from Peacock, but apparently it's not anymore. So there we go. There's the crew from the reboot Battlestar Galactica. I still love the original. I did like the new version, but anyway. The long gestating reboot of Battlestar Galactica is no longer in development at Peacock, Variety has learned exclusively. The project was first announced back in 2019 ahead of Peacock's official launch as part of the streamer's initial slate of original programming. It was never formally ordered to series though, and has been in development ever since. Exact story details never emerged, but the show was said to be set in the same continuity as the 2003 Battlestar Galactica series, which is interesting. I thought it was going to be a complete new reboot. Anyway. The reboot was a passion project for Sam Esmail, who was executive producer via Esmail Corp under the Corp? I don't know how to pronounce it. Under the company's overall deal with Studio UCP. Chad Hamilton of Esmail Corp was also an executive producer. Michael Leslie had originally come on board as the writer of the reboot in 2020, but it was reported that he left the project in 2021. Most recently, it was reported in January that Derek Simons was attached to serve as writer, executive producer and showrunner. According to an individual with knowledge of the situation, UCP will shop the project to other outlets, so it might not be dead. Peacock has aired very few sci-fi series to date. The NBC Universal streamer has previously found success with shows like the Mystery of the Week series Poker Face, starring Natasha Lyonne, which is prepping for its second season, a prequel series to Seth MacFarlane's Ted films, also prepping its second season. I've not seen that series, Ted. I liked the first Ted film, but I didn't like the second one. In fact, I didn't watch it all the way through. I didn't get very far into it. Anyway, and the live-action take on the Twisted Metal games, again prepping a second season. I've heard that's quite good. Again, I've not seen it. I know I'm rubbish. On the horizon, Peacock has shows coming like Fight Night, The $1 Million Heist, which boasts an all-star cast that includes Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson, Taraji P. Henson. Never heard of that person, but they're an all-star person. And Don Cheadle. The original Battlestar Galactica was created by Glenn A. Larson and featured cast that included Richard Hatch, the late Richard Hatch, Dirk Benedict, the late Lorne Greene, and Maren Jensen. It aired for one season in 19... Don't forget Herbert Jefferson Jr. And who else were in it? And the other fella. I can never remember his name. He was in Star Trek as well. He played Ensign Greenbean. I've forgotten his name, never mind. It aired for one season in 1978 on ABC, which was followed by a short-lived continuation called Galactica 1980, which was terrible. It was bloody awful. The original also inspired a series of comic books, novels, and both board and video games. The only good episode of Galactica 80 was the last one, The Return of Starbuck. But it was too late. Ron D. Moore and the Sci-Fi Channel, now Sci-Fi, then rebooted the series back in 2003 with a 3-hour miniseries whose cast included Edward James Olmos, Mary McDonnell and Katie Sackhoff. The success of that project led Sci-Fi and Sky Television to commission a new series with the cast of the miniseries returning. That show proved incredibly popular, running for 4 seasons and also spawned 2 TV movies, wrapping up in 2009. A prequel series, Caprica, aired on Sci-Fi for 1 season in 2010, and I liked Caprica, I thought that was good. The pity it only lasted 1 season, but they did kind of wrap it up at the end, albeit hastily. In Battlestar Galactica, humanity has been engaged in a devastating war with a race of sentient robots known as Cylons, after the Cylons destroyed much of the human population, living in a series of colonies in a distant star system. Survivors aboard civilian ships and the titular battleship, or Battlestar, strike out to find a long-forgotten colony called Earth. Din din! Was that it? Right, there we go. So we're not getting any new Battlestar Galactica, which is a shame. I think all the streamers, they all seem to want a space-based series, don't they? Amazon's got, it's The Expanse, and hopefully Stargate, if it pulls its finger out. Paramount's got its Star Trek, hasn't it? Disney's got its Star Wars stuff. What else is there? Apple's got its For All Mankind. I said they always all seem to want a space-based. Oh, and Foundation. They all seem to want a space-based series. And so Universal's Battlestar Galactica, wasn't it? But they're not doing it anymore. But maybe they are, because it says they're willing to shop it around. Where does it say that? There we go. UCP will shop the project to other outlets, so maybe it'll pop up somewhere else. We'll see. I hope so. But I just hope it's good, because although I did enjoy the reboot Battlestar Galactica, it was a bit grim in places, wasn't it? It was a bit grim. I know it's supposed to be, but sometimes it overdid it a little bit. But it was still good and fun. But right, so there we go. No Battlestar Galactica coming from Peacock anymore, which is a shame. So, right, we'll leave it there. A quickie. We'll leave it there. So, let me get rid of that. So, thanks for watching. Again, happy Yorkshire Day. Go have some Yorkshire pudding and stuff like that. And Pontefract cakes. I can't think of anything else from Yorkshire. Is Eccles? No, Eccles is in Lancashire, isn't it? I'm going to have an Eccles cake. That's in Lancashire, though, isn't it? I think. Ooh. So, thanks for watching. Wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, I'll say the